See a pair of teams who fought multiple times in the Super Bowl. It's the Commanders and the Dolphins, and it's all up next.
It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Up in the booth alongside Brock Ewart, I'm Kate Scott, and we are grateful to be up here today because, well, it's been raining pretty heavily all day, and that's certainly going to make it challenging to operate if you're either one of these offenses, Brock.
Yeah, I think that's a fair point, Kate. Now, hopefully you practice this week knowing some rain was in the forecast. Hopefully everybody on the sidelines, the umpire on the field, and all the footballs they will use today shuttling in and out, you can have that grip. And I'll also say this, keep it up.
Ball is teed up as rain continues to fall. And we're underway at Hard Rock. Evans now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jaden Daniels.
That's a loss last week, Kate, that he wears. He's worn it all week long, and I know he isn't the only guy out there. There's 11 on the side on every play. A couple of interceptions. He's going to hold himself accountable. A lot of work's gone into making sure this week's game is an improvement on that.
And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Daniels back to throw. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Commanders will have a first. They're set up at the 35 now. First carry now for Austin Eckler. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. A look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They'll run here from the gun. And he's brought down after a nice run and some extra effort. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 5 on that carry, bring it up 2nd and 5. Well, as we see the names populating this injury report, partner, we recognize they've had to do some adjusting over the course of the season as key contributors have gone down.
And this, right here, this is where fan favorites and surprise superstars are born, Kate. From guys having to step in as a result of these injuries. You never root for players to miss time and go down, but you'll always root for the guys filling in, who are getting their shot to make their name and contribute when it really matters.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
This punt out of bounds on the fly. We're waiting for the mark. Looks like they're going to say it's short of the 30. So the Dolphins offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a proud Samoan and one of your few fellow lefty QBs, Brock, Tua Tagovailoa.
Tua's early career, yeah, it was known for injuries. Maybe not being as durable and as available as you want in a top 10 pick. But the last few years, he's taken great strides to rewrite that narrative. Remember, this was a guy that rewrote the record books in Hawaii, won a national championship at Alabama, and nobody questioned the accuracy of that left arm. It was just the availability, well, that he's had to rewrite, and he's done a heck of a job.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
They send a tight end in motion. Tagovailoa, quick throw, complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
So the complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. First down, here's Tua. Chased out to his right. Now here he goes. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They'll try and punch it in. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. So now, here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. He's on the move. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. Tua Tagovailoa with the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Sanders all set to send it away. Here's Carter on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Back out run the Commanders for their 2nd drive of the game. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Now start the drive with Eckler. He's pushed straight ahead, and that's maybe a yard at most. It was Tyrell Johnson with the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Man in motion here. Oh, the football's loose. Oh, the fumble jumps out of bounds. What a break there for the offense. So a crisis averted a moment ago, but their reward, a really tough 3rd down here. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Escapes the... Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Dolphins got it! And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. And after losing a hold of that one, he's still shaken up on the play. So we'll see team personnel out there to tend to him. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Motioning him from the slot right. A-chain on the inside give. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Second down carry for Achane. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No third down required now.
This one soars over everybody in the end zone. Just had to get rid of it. Incomplete. So after the incomplete pass, here's second and goal. Here's Achane up the middle. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
They kick the running back in motion. On third and goal, it's Tagovailoa. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down. No luck finding his receiver that time. So now they're left with fourth and goal. Aubrey puts it through. And that will add to their score.
In that close, in the red zone, you know they're upset. They couldn't finish the drive with the touchdown. It's only half the points, but at least there's something to show for the possession.
Sanders all set to send it away. Evans now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. Back to throw, Mariota. Looking right, and he finds him. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Completed over the middle. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Throwing with a blitz on the way. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So that brings up 4th and long. The Commanders ready for the punt. Tyreek Hill deep for the Dolphins. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. Collects this at the 32. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be Dolphins football. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. We get a look at his rushing numbers from last week here, what he was able to do in support of that win. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. It's a 2-score game early. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Dolphin football as we begin. They'll begin the quarter with 3rd and 2. Tua now from the gun. Into a crowd, and that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Commanders are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Well, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
The Commanders set to take over. And that interception has set them up beautifully inside the red zone. Now Mariota. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Tough one to retain through that hit. And now they face second down. They've got a man in motion. They're going to toss it to Eckler. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Third and long for him here. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means fourth down coming up.
So many coaches love third downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these third downs.
Up and good from Fairbairn. And that'll bring it back to within a score. The lead's 7.
You always feel like you leave a few points on the field when you kick it from here, but they don't wind up empty-handed on the drive. And the kicker, he gets to pad his stats a little bit with a high percentage make.
Washington now to return. This return makes it up to the 25. Miami set to take over once again on offense. They are coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. On first down, they're going to start out with Achane. Along the right sideline, there's space. There it is, touchdown Miami. The Dolphins take a 13-point lead. Devon Achane with the touchdown. Wow, just sensational speed from the back that time, Brock. He found a seam, got through it, and he was gone.
You know, it's one thing, Kate, to have singles hitters, right? And you love those, and you appreciate guys that can get on base. But it's the home run hitters that are the difference makers, and what a big-time effort.
Extra point is good by Sanders. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14. Sanders all set to send it away. Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Washington ready to go on offense as they take the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
On first down, here's Eckler. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a first.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung him to get to the second level and beyond.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The drive picks up here, 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Daniels. Throw complete to Eckler. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. 2nd and 3 now. this one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Eckler running dead ahead. He's got a gain of 6 there. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Running it now out of the gun. And he's swallowed up in the middle. No gain on the run. Ashton Davis there on the stop. The Dolphins with an extra DB out there. 3rd down coming. Out of the gun, Daniels. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
You know, 3rd and short is a difficult one to call. Do you want to run into the teeth of a defense looking for that handoff, or try to throw it to him and use the element of surprise? Evidently, well, that's one they should have run instead.
And this one had a brief chance, but not a good kick in the end. He misses it. And that's going to keep the difference at 14 points.
Well, there's certainly never, ever a guarantee from that distance, but that's one you'd expect to be in your kicker's range. You hate to have a drive come away with nothing, but that's exactly what happened.
The Dolphins send a running back, Devon Achane, getting back to work. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Tagovailoa now against the blitz. Throwing the out route complete.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Out of the shotgun, a gift to Achane. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. A gain of a lone yard, but Brock, that's all they needed. 1st down.
And the Dolphins, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Staying on the ground here with Achane. Across midfield to the 45. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
They send Hill right. Now Jalen Wright gets it for the 1st time. And he's brought down after a short gain. It's a gain of 3 after the loss, but still 3rd and 8 to work with.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Switching it up here. Tagovailoa to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Here's Achane running right. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Commander's 13-yard line.
Here's Wright on the carry. They'll need 4 to convert now after no gain on 2nd down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Able to find Achane. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
motioning one of the tight ends. Now run with right.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Right, reels it in. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. It's the Dolphins facing a 3rd and 9. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. The throw is caught. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
So that flag is declined, and now that's going to force this offense into a 4th and goal decision. Now Tagovailoa on 4th. Getting out to his... pushing for the end zone. And he lost the football. It's not loose. He's not going to get there. Doesn't make the end zone. That's short. And they're going to turn it over as 4th and goal fails.
Well, that looked like a last gasp effort to deny them a touchdown. He came with one final wild swing at the ball, and he connects. They get off the field with the touchback, but they're celebrating like they dove on it themselves.
The Commanders all set to regain possession. They left a few on the table their last time out, Brock, settling for a field goal try that missed the mark. 1st and 10 now. Here's Daniels. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. That was intended for Deebo Samuel. And it sets up 2nd down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Caught by Deebo Samuel. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Daniels on 1st down. It's caught, Eckler. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. Again, Daniels to the air. It's taken in by Eckler. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line. On 1st down, here's Daniels. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a 1st down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. Daniels. And through the back of the end zone and out of bounds. Took his shot at 6 that time. So that brings up 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Has a man, it's Ertz. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Minkah Fitzpatrick in on the stop. Daniels throwing on 3rd. On the move, headed right. He's running for it. And he hits the deck after setting him up with 1st and goal. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. Washington now to return. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our 1st half. So we've reached halftime down here in Miami. The Dolphins have the lead. Now it's up north to Orlando for a look around the league. We've got Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
It was Devon Achane who's had the strong first half. He's already over 100 yards rushing for the game and has a touchdown run as well. Both these teams ready for the fight ahead. We're ready to get back to it as well. And to do just that, we'll hand it back over to Kate and Brock.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our third quarter. Washington now to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Dolphins back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Achane. Oh, putting him in the spin cycle. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense right there on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Here's a give for Wright. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. All down by Dorrance Armstrong. Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. Tua setting up to throw. Dumped off to his running back. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one, just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently, little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
Here's someone from a family of punters, Ryan Stonehouse, on to punt on 4th. And he drives this into the pouring rain. Takes it in at the 21. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And the Commanders will go on offense. They'll start the drive with Eckler. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And the Dolphins are there to bring him down. 3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Back to throw. Here's Daniels. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Dolphins returning their offense and this running back to the field. And he just keeps on catching passes here in the 2nd half. It seems like we're going to remember his work there from this game more than what he's done from the backfield. Tagovailoa off the play fake. Short pass caught by his tight end. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
And for the Commanders, a 5th defensive back out there. They're going nickel on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? They chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. Takes it in at the 26. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it's going to be their football coming up. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Daniels from the pistol. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Couldn't find Deebo Samuel on that throw. So it's 2nd down coming up. Shotgun handoff now to Eckler. And he's brought down for a loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
On now comes their punter. It'll be Tress Way doing the honors. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. Pulled in at the 20. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Putting a receiver in motion. Tagovailoa on 1st down. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Tua out of the pistol. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Commanders with an extra DB out there to defend this 3rd down. Tua now from the gun. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away. Now we'll pause for an injured player, and everyone here holding in their collective breath. It's Tua Tagovailoa in need of some attention. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. Ryan Stonehouse will kick it away. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Jukes out a one-stop. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And it'll be their football. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, Daniels. Has a man, it's Brown. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, or it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. Man in motion, headed right. Running it after the penalty. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Minka Fitzpatrick in on the stop. Let's see what they went with on third down. From the gun, it's Daniels. Throw complete to Eckler. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. A counter give to Eckler. Oh, he lost the football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you, you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and that next guy comes home with the...
While a new offense preps to head out, we've got a stoppage. They want to make sure this is a turnover. All right, so we all know what we're looking for here, Brock. Where did an elbow, maybe a knee, something touch down? And as it does, is the ball loose at that point?
Yeah, throw in forearm, wrist, shin. There's no question the offensive guy's screaming something hit the ground while the defense is hoping it didn't.
So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. This is Eckler on second. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first. Running with Eckler again. And he pushed deep in enemy territory with that, down inside the 25. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Commanders will have a first. They put a receiver in motion right. From the red zone now. He's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this is down to the 5-yard line before they can stop him. 7 yards on the carry. Now they've got 3rd and 3. Throwing now, Daniels. Has it in close. Touchdown, Washington. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
The Commanders leaving their offense on the field. We got a 2-point try coming up. He's throwing for it. And they get the 2-point conversion. Nice catch in the end zone there. They're back within a field goal now. Well, he just caught them the touchdown, Brock. Defense obviously aware of him as they line up for 2. How did they lose him? How did they get it right back to him for the conversion?
Because he's that good. In moments like this, Kate, it's not even about the play, it's about the player. And when you got a player of this caliber, you find every way to get it to him. And just because he scored the touchdown doesn't mean you don't go right back to that well. I love it.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Washington now to return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Miami offense headed out there now. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Tight end going in motion here. Wilson with it on 1st. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. So we're through 3 here. It's Dolphins football. We'll see if they can close things out for a win. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. On play action now, Wilson. He puts some power on a deep one. That's complete inside the 35. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
I'm sure Coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They've got 1st down from the 31. A-chain on the inside give. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 31-yard line.
Waddle now in motion right. 2nd down carry for A-Chan. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
That one's complete, right side. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Wilson now from the gun. He's got it! And in for the Miami touchdown! Well, in a close game, they needed somebody to make that type of play. Now it pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. Extra point sent in through the rain. And the Dolphins make it a 10-point ball game. Sanders all set to send it away. Here's Carter on the return. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Washington offense getting set for its next possession. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. On 1st down, here's Eckler. And he's only going to take this forward to about the 38. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 38. Gets it to him on the screen. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
That's the defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and short, Daniels. That's caught for the 1st. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
A gain of 40
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. Rolling left, buying some time. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
And the hit stops him cold. Wow, he maybe got back to the line. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Bails out of... And they take this in for the score. The Commanders make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. Jaden Daniels with the touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain, he did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Washington now to return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The home teams and this running back headed back out for a new series. And after that touchdown, cut their lead back to 1 score, Brock. A response in order as they take over. First down throw from Wilson. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And it'll be first down, Miami.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Achane, a first down carry. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. It's a gain of 3 for him. That brings up 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Commanders' 40.
They'll stick with Achane. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is incomplete. Took the check down for granted. He's lucky that wasn't picked and taken the other way. 4th down coming up.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
4th down, here's Wilson. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
Back out runs their offense. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. Daniels on 1st down. That's taken in by Samuel. And they make the tackle at the 38. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Now the shotgun give to Eckler. And he'll take it ahead down to the 33. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. An early jump and the flags come in. I think this is going to go against the defense. Broke the plane before the snap, and that's going to give the offense some free yardage.
Still 2nd down.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
They had the first down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Here's an option play to the left. And that hit stops him in his tracks. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you've got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And they've tied it up late in the 4th.
The prospect of overtime now, Kate's right on the horizon thanks to that field goal. His mindset, though, what's the same as all his teammates out there. You're about to take the field. Let's go get this ball back. Let's find a way to win this thing in regulation.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The Dolphins sending their offense back out there. And after they were stopped on 4th down, their prior possession, Brock, you got to wonder if they're going to be confident enough to go for it again if they get to that point here. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Achane. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You call that first down running play, you don't always expect to get those kind of yards. They'll take that every single time.
It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Dolphins with a little more work to do to win it here. On first down, it's Wilson. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. This one misses the tight end. So 2nd down coming up. Back to throw. Finds him over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
Here he is to throw. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw it. Finds his man, Waddle. And he's out of bounds, just short of the 30.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Driving across the 15-yard line. And he has it all the way down to the 8. Timeout taken by the defense. They're 2nd. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this 1st and goal. Staying on the ground here with Achane. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least. Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Trying again with Achane. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They only managed 1 on that carry. Now they're going to have 3rd and goal from the 5. They'll run. It's Achane. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
They say about great outfielders in baseball, there's just something to them. They've got a knack, a feel, an instinct to take the right line, the right angle. For safeties, to create tackles for loss in the run game, it's the exact same attribute and skill set. Got to take that right angle and then go finish that runner.
An entire game coming down to this try by Jason Sanders. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. That one is good! And the 3rd time he puts it through will be the charm. They won it! So it's fins up as the Dolphins take the win at home. And with overtime in their back pocket, they weren't going to lose it at the end, but they still managed to set up the field goal, and he executed the game winner. What a memorable way to win it. So for Brock Ewart, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Dolphins, your winners, as we say so long from Miami.